Now from Coors Field at the foot of the Rocky Mountains in Denver, Colorado. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Houston Astros going up against the Colorado Rockies. John Schaube and Chris Singleton on the call. Well, this is one of the most picturesque settings there is in the entire sport.
You've got the trees out in center field. You've got the waterfall. You've got just tremendous backdrop of the mountains. But one thing about this ballpark is it plays fast. So you got to be ready defensively. And you also have to keep the ball down, set your sights just a little bit lower because of the altitude and elevation. Pitches don't break as well.
First pitch coming your way next. And on the hill in this one, Kyle Freeland. What do we have on him?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Okay, all set to go. Jeremy Pena now at the plate. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Throw gets by him at second. And he's into second with nobody out.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
To third, Karros. Tosses to first. One pitch and one out. Now we check out the Astros lineup. It's Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The Skippers loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boo. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
So now with one away and a man at second, here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Man at second. Swing, and he popped it up. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
In there for strike one. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Got him swinging. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. The Rockies coming up. They've got no score. Back here at Coors Field. And towing the mound for Houston in this one, Mike Burrows. What's the scouting report on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Edouard Julien leading things off and takes a strike. This one in the air. And there's one away.
Batting second.
Time to check out the Rockies lineup. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Batting third, the shortstop, Ezekiel.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's going to be Ezekiel Tovar. This one in the air. Walker under it. That is the inning. Scoreless after 1. Back here in Denver, and stepping in for the Astros, Christian Walker.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Let's go Rockies! Now a screamer into the outfield, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Hey! Man at second. Into center and a base hit. Walker around third. The throw is offline and he's in to score. And it's 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
So next up for Houston, Jake Myers. Hey! And the 0-1. Up the middle, Tovar. Oh, a great flip. And 2. What a play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Hey! Diaz wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. 2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Here's a 1-1. Foul ball there. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the second. Swing and a ground ball. Castro sends it to first. That's the third out. Bottom of the second. Here's Colorado's DH, Troy Johnston.
Hitter, Troy Johnston.
Right through there for a strike.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides. And with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Inside. 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next one misses. And a full count now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Payoff pitch. And that's a base hit. So he battled through a long at-bat and earned himself a hit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Johnston on at first, nobody out. That's off the mark, and it's a ball and a strike.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And that is out of play. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you could sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
One out man at first. This is Willie Castro. Down and away for ball 1. Left field, and it stays fair. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Tag, but he's in there.
Just a blue hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. And that one fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Catcher, Brett Sullivan.
So in now for Colorado, Brett Sullivan. And that one fouled off. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. The 0-2. Now a pop-up on the infield. And that one is fouled, so we'll try it again. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a pop-up. That is the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back here at Coors Field, and stepping in for the Astros, Bryce Matthews.
Here we go, Kyle.
On a bounce right side. Fires over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Astros, shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
There's a swing and a drive. And foul ball.
Ball.
In there at the knees. That is strike 2.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
In the air, right field. Moniak gets under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Astros, the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Grounded out his first time up.
That's out.
Just a slow ground ball this time. Gets it to first, and they get the out on Alvarez. And that's the 3rd out. Astros go down 1-2-3, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back here in Denver, set for the bottom of the 3rd, Kyle Carroll digging in for the Rockies.
Ball 1.
And the pitch is in for a strike. And 1-1. Fly ball down the line, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now
That's
one
a ball.
missed.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Goes down looking.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
That's in for a strike. Right through there for a strike. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead 0-2 on 2 pitches he didn't want to go after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
So up next, Mickey Moniak. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That's in there. 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And the 0-2. Bounced up the middle. Pena fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Nothing doing for the Rockies. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Start of the fourth, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve.
Yep, that ball went out.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
That's inside.
That's inside.
Ball 3.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. And a payoff pitch. Popped up. Carroll's under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Astros, third baseman, Cesar Paredes.
In the air to left center. Beck on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Astros, first baseman, Christian Walker.
And now it's Christian Walker. A double and a run scored his first time up. Ball one there. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Hey!
And a big swing and a miss. Two down, nobody on. And a good
Nope,
eye there.
inside, ball 2.
In the air, left field. That one gets down for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Astros, right fielder Cam Smith.
Hey!
Walker off of first with 2 away.
Ball.
That one hammered but pulled foul.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
That's inside.
Did it
Check
go?
swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. Didn't go. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. One left for Houston, but they lead it 1-0. Ready to go, bottom 4. So in now for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Smith takes it in for the out. One up, one down.
Up next for the Rockies, designated hitter Troy Johnston.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
The Rockies down by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
First baseman TJ.
And now the first baseman. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a foul straight back. Oh, 1 now.
Ball. Ball, that's upstairs.
And that's
ball 3.
downstairs and outside.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That one's got a chance. Caught just shy of the wall. Nothing across here this half. We've played 4. It's the Astros 1 and the Rockies nothing. Back here at Coors Field and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. That one fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. One down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Let's go Rockies!
Fouled off left side. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball, and that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Fought off foul. The 1-2. And there's a ball. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for the Astros.
And next to hit for Houston, Bryce Matthews. Grounded out his first time up. To the right side. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Astros 1 and the Rockies 0. We head to the bottom of the fifth. So in now for Colorado, Willie Castro.
Willie Castro.
This one ripped, but foul to the right.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
Pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball one. Activity in the bullpen. Angel De Los Santos preparing to come on if needed. King also throwing. 1-2 now. Just missed. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. That's to third, and that one finds its way through. And they have their first hit since the second inning.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. Strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
One out man at first. Here's the catcher, Brett Sullivan. 0 for 1 so far.
Ball.
Now quick throw to first.
Safe.
Castro back in on a dive. And the 1-0. Gets him to chase after that one.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Stays alive.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
And now the count filled up 3-2. Payoff pitch. And ball four to a board.
Down.
Up next for the Rockies, third baseman, Kyle Carroll.
That's to third. Paredes. Over to Altuve. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Julian in the box now. Takes strike one. Julian thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep their remaining challenge.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 2 outs. And that's in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
That missed by a lot. 3 balls and a strike. That one ripped, but foul.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. So digging in,
Leading
Jeremy
off for the
Pena.
Astros, shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
Let's go, Rockies!
Freeland back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Yeah, that's fouled off. Backed off the plate that time. 1-2 now. Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play.
Timed it perfect. It's hard, I think, for those guys in the corners because, especially when it's a right-handed hitter for third baseman, you don't see the ball all that well going through the zone. And if it's a left-hander, you got a better shot at it because you can see the ball going through, see the contact. And so that jump isn't always on time. Sometimes it's a little early. Sometimes it's a little bit late. But that one was perfect.
Fastball for a strike. Hit in the air out towards left center field. Pretty well struck. Long run, tracks it down. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Astros, second baseman,
Jose Altuve up to hit here. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
That ends the inning. Nothing doing there for Houston, but they're on top 1-0.
Now pitching for
Back
Houston,
now for the bottom of the
number
6th,
65,
and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Angel De Los Santos. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season.
Leading off for the Rockies, right fielder, Mickey Moniak.
That one misses. Ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their 2nd challenge. The 0-1 on the ground. And that's just foul.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
This one popped up. And there's 1 down.
Up next for the Rockies, the shortstop, Ezekiel.
Now it's the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. Activity in the bullpen for Houston. A.J. Blueball, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. King getting cranked up as well.
Ball, that's high.
Swinging a foul out of play. Foul ball there. That's
Ball,
outside.
that pitch is
And
out.
the count's full. Got him swinging. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Pitch
Ball,
misses
that's
inside. Ball 1. Late on that fastball.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Two down, nobody on. Line drive, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Up next for the Rockies.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And here's the first baseman.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
The Rockies with the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Just missed. There's a strike.
2.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's got it, and that ends the inning. So 1 left for Colorado. They still trail 1-0. Back here in Denver, and here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Started after the 0-1 pitch, and now a check down to first. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. The 1-1. And that drops in for a strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
That one
Oh, that's off
outside,
the plate.
and the count is even 2-2. Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Astros, first baseman, Christian Walker.
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And a man aboard. Can't glove it cleanly.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kyle Freeland done for the afternoon. Good effort out of him, even though he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm on the bump after a quick break.
Now pitching. for
Righty
the
reliever out of the
Rockies,
pen, Juan
number
Mejia.
47.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
One down. And the batter now, Cam Smith.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Ball one.
Close
That's
one,
ball
doesn't
two.
get the call. Ball two.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
A little
Ball
bit
three.
high, maybe. And it's 3-0. So a
Nope,
walk
that's
puts
upstairs.
runners at
Ball
first
four.
and second. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So that removes their last challenge. Swings through that one for strike one.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Two on, one out.
Off the plate, ball one.
And that
Ball.
one is downstairs. And it's 2-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Line shot into the gap, should score at least one. Runner around third on his way to the plate. One runs in. The second run scores, and they take a 3-run lead.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
One out, runner at second. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. That misses the zone, and that's ball one. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's 4-0. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Picks himself up an RBI. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Rockies bullpen. Juan Mejia gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
Pitching change here, Zach
Number
Agnos.
36.
He's making his fourth appearance of the season. Man at second. And a foul ball. In the air to left center. Julian on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Astros, shortstop Jeremy Pena.
So back to the top of the order. Now Jeremy Pena, 1 for 3.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Man on second, 2 down. This is smacked left field line. One hopper off the wall, and that should bring in the run. Run comes in from second. It's 5-0. And in its second with an RBI double.
Comes through with the RBI. It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair. So that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it.
Whoa, that's down.
And there's a foul ball. Strike 2.
They must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
That one
That's
outside.
outside.
And that's ball 2. Next
Ball
pitch is
3.
downstairs. No question about this one. It's out of here. A 2-run homer, and they add on. It's 7-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So next up for Houston, Jose Altuve. 0 for 3 in this one.
Aye.
The big 6 spot already on the board this inning. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw.
No, he's in there.
It was never going to be easy
Up
after the
next for
misplay.
Astros, third baseman Isaac Paredes.
That one
Nope.
a
Ball
95 missed up top, and it's 1-0. Altuve leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
When the
Ball
skipper
2.
calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Here's a 2-0. This one smoked on its way out of here. He sends a rocket to left. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a pair. It's 9-0.
That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Zach Agnos is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
New pitcher in the game for the Rockies, Brennan Bernardino. He's into the game with the bases empty. And stepping in for the Astros, Christian Walker. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double.
Ball, that's inside.
Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the hits just keep on coming.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball, that's low.
On the ground to third. He gets there with the slide. And it beats him. What a play. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 9-0.
Now pitching for Houston.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brian King.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Willie Castro.
Out towards right center field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Rockies, left fielder, Jordan.
Next for Colorado, Jordan Beck. Ball 1, no strikes. That one drifts inside.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
2-0. Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Right through there for a strike. High fly ball out into left center field. out number 2.
Up next for the Rockies, catcher Brett Sullivan.
That one
Ball
close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Myers makes his way towards it. Long run, nice grab. And that is that. This one pretty well decided at this point. 8th inning coming up. It's the Astros 9 and the Rockies nothing. Back here at Coors Field, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball right side. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Up next for the Astros, catcher Yainer Diaz.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Hey! That's ball 2.
The Astros up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 8th. Foul ball. Strike 3 on the foul tip.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it, or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
Ground ball left side. Over to first, and that's the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros, but they still hold a 9-0 lead. On to the bottom of the 8th. So in now for Colorado, Kyle Carros.
Well, these Rockies just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's one down.
Up next for the Rockies, center fielder Edouard Julien.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the Rockies.
Mickey Moniak
Right fielder.
digging in for the Rockies. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
The 0-2. Left field. And that is foul. Now it
Ball,
bounces
that's
away.
outside.
Can't squeeze it. The throw into second, but he's in there easily. And now a man into scoring position.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it costs him.
Man at second. Got him. That's out number two.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher. And
The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, A.J. Blueball. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Check swing called strike. It's 0-1. Just missed. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Good job to fight that one off. He goes down looking. The Rockies strand one. Steep hill to climb. It's a 9-0 deficit.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Jimmy Herget. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Back to the top of the order now. Digging in, Jeremy Pena.
Jeremy Pena.
That's a ball.
And that one fouled off.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That's off the
that's
inside
inside.
corner. And the count is 3-1. Right through there for a strike. Line drive to short and caught.
next for the Astros, the designated hitter, Jordan Alvarez.
Ball.
Action in the pen down there. Victor Vodnik, the closer of the staff, is throwing. The Astros up big in this one here at the top of the ninth. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. Swings through that high fastball. And he gets tied up right there. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Kind of marked that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panicked on and throw into right field.
2 outs, base is empty. Jose Altuve up next for the Astros.
Yeah.
On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Two down, nobody on. That one just missing inside. 1-2 to count. That's inside.
That's inside.
Outside
ball
low.
3.
Full count now. This one in the air, center field. Julian on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Astros 9 and the Rockies nothing. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
Okay.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty
Up next
pitch.
for the Rockies, first baseman, TJ Rumfield.
One down, base is empty here in the 9th. And it's even up.
That's out.
That one fouled off. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The Rockies with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Sets him down looking. And they're down to their last out.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
So they're down to their final out. And here is Willie Castro.
Hey.
Way upstairs, ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9.
Ball 2.
And that's
Ball
off
in.
the inside edge. 3-1. Foul ball there. Blue ball is just one strike away. Now a rip into left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Pitch
Ball.
misses there, and that is ball 1.
Here we go, Jordan.
Runner at second, 2 down. And a ground ball to first, but that rolls foul. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. Good eye right there.
Inside.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Castro at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
That was a pretty close one until that huge 7th inning really turned things around. The bats just caught on fire, and it seemed like nobody could make it out. They put a lot of runs up, and that propelled them to the win.
9-0 your final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.